Folks, you need to watch this video to the end, and you need to interact with it. You need to leave a comment. We need to boost this as much as possible. And this is your own warning. There's going to be cussing because I'm mad as hell. I am telling you right now, Republicans are intentionally working to drive up inflation and intentionally working to cripple our supply chain. Right now, Governor Abbott here in the state of Texas is forcing the DPS, which is our version of the state troopers, to stop every single truck coming out of Mexico. Every single truck, and do a safety inspection on it. What they're doing is they're backing up shipping for dozens and dozens and dozens of miles. Normally, a Mexican driver will bring a truck over across the border. They'll drop it at a depot, and an American driver will pick it up and drive off. They usually do about 4 a day. They can't get one through. They can't get one truck through. They're backed up for miles. Why? Because they want to drive up inflation. They think it's going to help them in the midterms. They want to cripple our supply chains because they think it will help them in the midterms. They're doing it on purpose to hurt you, your family, your wallet.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who is currently running for his third term in office, is pulling political stunts, exacerbating existing supply chain issues, and blaming it all on the Democrats.
Now let's talk a little bit more about this. Because this move isn't federally supported, it's something that state police are having to do. So let's look at some of these numbers. So in the city of FAR, $12 million worth of produce crosses into FAR every single day from Mexico. Now, searching every single truck, why? Well, it's supposed to be because of drugs and, smuggling immigrants, human trafficking and stuff like that. But the end result is that you're really putting a wedge between that $12 million worth of produce that's crossing in and out of the country every single day. So let's talk a little bit more about how businesses are being slowed up by this, just pandering move and stunt by Greg Abbott.
The protests coming after a new order by Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who is now requiring state troopers to inspect trucks coming into Texas, a second checkpoint following the usual inspection by U.S. Custom and Border officials.
Cartels use vehicles, many of them dangerous commercial trucks, to smuggle immigrants, deadly fentanyl, and other illegal cargo into Texas.
So in Greg Abbott's attempt to, fight against drug trafficking and human smuggling, forcing state police to search and inspect every single truck crossing into FAR, Texas is causing 14-hour delays, and they've seen a 60% drop in commercial traffic. Specifically, you look at the FAR Reynosa International Bridge, typically 3,000 commercial crossings per day would happen. That's dwindled down to 500 to 700. 14-hour delays with that $12 million worth of produce that comes into the country from Mexico every single day.
But critics argue the impact goes far beyond these safety measures. Today, the White House adding pressure. Press Secretary Jen Psaki condemning Abbott's orders in a statement calling them redundant, that the disruptions to trade are impacting jobs and raising prices for families in Texas and across the country.
The biggest issue with that, I just kind of listed out some of how businesses being slowed down, is that if you're really trying to get at the crux of, drug trafficking, well, the biggest problem is that drugs come into this country from other places than Texas. So you're slowing down all this traffic just so that drugs can go in from Arizona and New Mexico and fly in and, be shipped in through submarines and every other way that they do it. This is slowing down nothing. All this is a pandering exercise by Greg Abbott to the Republican base all over the country. Nothing more.
Get the away!
In Frisco, Texas, this man is angry that a Black Lives Matter protest is blocking traffic. They can't be in the middle of the road, he says, and now he's about to engage in white privilege. Yes, he just slapped that young black woman's arm and phone. Now he's got his fists up. There's the cop. Let's see what happens with the legal observer in the red t-shirt. Yes, that was a push. The police officer's gonna reach for the taser, right? No, because this is a large, threatening white man, not an African American. It's also Texas, the South.